Earlier this week, you performed your pull style workout, and today we're going to do the opposite with a push style workout. My name is Brandon, and today I'm going to coach and guide you through this new Evolve System WOD, a functional twist on traditional strength training using a single kettlebell. Today's Evolve WOD is going to be a similar style to the one you did earlier this week. You're going to perform two different sequences of 3 exercises. For the first sequence of today's workout, you'll be performing 2 rounds of Halo-Goblet Squats and front rack squats, and then you'll move on to 3 rounds of squat to overhead presses. For the second half of today's WOD, you have goblet squats and clean to squats, and then close out with 3 rounds of Turkish Get-Ups. Let's grab a moderate weight kettlebell and get ready. We're kicking things off with Halo-Goblet Squats, 6 reps. Let's do it. As you descend into the squat, you should be working at a depth that your body is allowing for. Ideally, your hips will be just below parallel and your spine will maintain neutrality throughout the movement. If you find that your tailbone begins to tuck the deeper you get into the position, it means that your lumbar spine is flexing, which puts you at risk for injury. Work within your physical capabilities and gradually progress your range of motion. During both the halo and goblet portions of this exercise, if the core is not braced, the pelvis may tip or pull forwards excessively, creating hyperextension of the lumbar spine. Brace the core and ever so slightly tuck the tailbone at the beginning of each set, making sure to maintain this subtle positioning throughout the duration of both parts of the exercise. It's important not to over-exaggerate this pelvic positioning as well, as too much pelvic tilt will decrease activation of the multifidus muscle, leading to a less stable core. It's a fine line. For the squat to press, it is important to remember to control the movement through both the up and down portion of both parts of the exercise. The overhead pressing portion of the exercise is typically thought of as a shoulder-dominant movement. However, a lack of stabilization and activation from the latissimus dorsi and serratus muscles will lead to a weaker, less stable press that lacks power and control. You've made it to the back half of today's workout, and as you may have predicted, you have more squats on deck. Get yourself ready, you're kicking off this next round with goblet squats. Despite the fact that the goblet squat feels like a lower body exercise, if you're performing it properly, it should feel like an upper body exercise as well. You should feel constant tension in your arms, shoulder, and core throughout the entire set. The nature of unilateral exercises is to impart lateral and rotational forces on your body because of the asymmetrical nature of the weight distribution. Your job is to resist. Do not allow for your center of gravity to shift off of the midline. Do not allow for your torso or shoulders to rotate. Counteract these forces with opposite side stabilization of the trunk by constantly engaging the appropriate musculature. And for the end of this workout, we're closing out with 3 rounds of Turkish Get-Ups, the functional strength, stability, and mobility-based movement that will work just about everything. If you have a heavier bell and can perform this exercise safely with it, now would be a good time to grab it and get ready. Let's close this thing out strong. At this point in the workout, your legs are probably a little fatigued, as are your shoulders, but that's no excuse to not give this last set everything you have. You have 1 repetition of the Turkish Get-Up on each side, and then you're done. Let's make this last set your best one yet.